Alright, so the audio fidelity might be a little bit bent, but I don't know. I don't think it'll be that bad. Okay, so we're in Darius, which is a pretty comfortable matchup for me. Usually against Darius, I open with the Doran's Blade. I basically will always take the Nut on Kled, since usually my goal with Kled is to have a lot of kill pressure. I don't take a lot of teleport. I take teleport. I feel like I'm decent with teleport, but I mostly take it on true tanks or people who need to be heavily split pushing. Scion, Nasus, pure tanks like Ornn. Something where if I'm playing for the team really heavily. Other than that, if I'm playing for myself, then usually I'll just be bringing Ignite. Solo queue, so I'm usually playing for myself. Okay. Other than that, now my main thought is, because I'm walking really late, and because he knows where I'm walking from, there's a decent shot that Darius is looking to grab me in a bush. He has Ghost and Flash, so he's a decent threat. And we have to leash. Not a big deal. So because we're leashing, we're assuming he might look for some kind of cheese here. Here. So when I walk to lane, I'm going to be a little thoughtful. Raise 38, so it's a little bit late, but... Okay, so he didn't come down to harass me. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this wave. That last minion. Yeah, I don't really want to walk up to the wave. He's got a larger wave than I do, and my Q's down. I don't really win level 1 trades against him very well anyway. Now his wave is significantly larger. It's gonna slow push into me. Oh, I suck. I bet. That's my first win of the day, so I'm gonna be a little bit rusty. So I'm basically looking to pull the first 2 or 3 waves. He zones me off. Okay, I actually haven't lost any yet. I might lose that one melee. Too bad. Oh, fixed offset. My first setup's not. Feels kind of weird. Nice, sorry, anyway. Playing for level 3 here. He's going to level 3 off this minion right here. Second one. And he missed 1 minion of XP at some point, so he should hit off the second minion. He must be when he's trying to zone me off of XP. We're down a couple CS, but not very much. So now I win trades, in my opinion. So I kind of want to hard engage on him once this wave finishes getting under him. Okay, so I won't dismount off of that, and now I can trade him really heavy and shoot him flat out. Okay. Where's his Ghost? His Ghost and his Flash are down now. It was pretty bad. It was generally not very clean. So now, the wave is going to slow push away from me. He doesn't have teleport, so I can safely clear this. Lee Sin is at our red buff, so I'm good to stay and bounce the wave. The big problem with Kled is Kled doesn't have a lot of wave clears, so there's a decent chance. I need to keep attacking. I want to make that last hit, but I need to keep attacking. Otherwise, I risk having to get it under before he gets here. Okay. It's not quite going to crash. It's really slow. Okay, no, it gets in. It's not perfect, and it's not clean. So, now, the main build I've historically gone. The main build that I've historically gone on Kled is usually going to be Gore Drinker into Titanic, Death's Dance, etc. The number one Cledene, Soul Mario, who I watch a decent bit. His current build is actually mostly going to be... He opens Yumus every time, no matter what. And then he traditionally starts going into either Prowler's Claw or Eclipse. I haven't gotten very comfortable with that build yet, so I'm actually just going to go Yumus and then go into Gore Drinker, which is what I'm currently comfortable with. So the wave is slow pushing into me. So I have two options, right? I can pull this and be safe, or I can push this. So I'm going to pull it. The reason I'm going to pull it is because I know Lee Sin was just tinkering on the bot side a lot, so he's very likely to be on top side now. Unless his philosophy is to go for dragons. But I see him being in his top side jungle, and I don't want to run the option of getting ganked. Darius hitting level 6 before me, which he most likely will. And then be dying to that gank, losing his double waves. So I'm going to pull this. Being a little greedy, just trying to stay in XP range here, maybe look for a couple of Qs for CS. So we're both going to hit 6 now for sure. He actually is behind me in XP, but not by that much. He's going to hit 6. Ricky knows that. Okay, Lee Sin did come to top side, so I feel pretty good about that decision here. So there, I could follow on that Lee Sin, but I just lose so much. There's too much XP for it. I don't think I can easily do that. It's like a nicer play for the Diana, but I don't have that faith in Diana compared to myself. We'll just last damage as best as we can. I don't need to back right this second. My next back here, I'm thinking... So, I kind of prioritize boots fairly high against top jungle, same damage type. So I'm looking at possibly opening directly into plated steel caps here. This is a cannon wave, so if I fast push this now, with my wave coming in, I can look for a cheater recall. This guy's actually playing way too far forward. Just the blood resets. Hemorrhage passive, so I could have done that a lot better. That's on me. That too, maybe. If he goes double hammer, but he goes it because he goes to the Prowler's Claw, I can't justify that with what I'm doing. Hammer and a jerk so I can get into my Euros. Now Lee Sin's in her top side. I could check around in there and just make sure that he's not doing anything too bad in here. He's heading out, going back to First Rift on his red side. If Darius sticks here, I just run in on him. Okay, he's backing off, which makes sense. Just gonna last. I could go try to stop his back maybe, because he's fairly low. Some possibility here that he also went down to Rift. So we didn't see clear that Lee Sin did go up into his red side, so double check Rift, drop pink on it or some such. Okay, so at this point I'm pretty confident that the reset. Lee Sin should be pathing from his top down to his bot looking for the dragon. I think I should be safe from the gank right now. So I actually overpushed this instead of slow push this into it. Spinning, Lee Sin is bot. Since we have an option here, I don't have Ignite for another full minute. Maybe I can. I don't need to flash at this point. Hard push this to deny him CS. Take a reset. it's one of those situations where like my priority needs to be getting the wave under turret. So I should just be spamming auto attacks on it. Lee Sin's still bot there. That's a pretty good CS. I think that gold doing that. Sneak one more plate here. Or I can alternatively I can dive again. He walks away from it. So I'm gonna proxy wave and get my reset. It's a little risky there, but if he actually tries to fight me, I'm pretty confident that he loses that fight to me. If he comes up here, then he actually loses the wave that's at his turret. So I'm trying to do with that proxy. I feel pretty good about Diana doing that herself. There's a fair shot that Darius goes down to her. Maybe I should have thought about that. My feeling is that she was able to get that, but if he read that as me back, I'm good. If he read that as me going down to the turret or checking out the top side, so I've got my U moves now. I'm going into plateds after this, and then into Gore Drinker. Here, I have a pretty good item advantage, so I can take some trades. I want the wave to come my way so I can take an extended trade, and I also know Lee Sin's moving this way because he was already on bot side. Lee Sin most likely looking for a dive on mid. In the event that Lee Sin pathed up here because he was bored with mid, I need to be playing pretty safely. I do miss cannon for it. Either way, we know that Lee Sin didn't good. So we'd have had to cross over turret over that ward. He didn't do either. Unless he dug over this wall, I guess. This wall here. We're still in XP range. We still don't have any idea what Lee Sin is, and I just, okay, now he's, yep, he was still fucking around there. So that's his ghost. I don't need to flash this. Normally I flash that just to make sure it lands, but I'm pretty confident. And if I flash it too early, then I don't have a chance in blowing his flash too. I'd like for him to blow his flash. I don't think he did. I leave that ward just so I get a little bit ahead of the play if you guys are supposed to use that. Main priority is just getting a reset, getting back onto the field. Shockingly enough, bot lane kind of got walked. I'm gonna go for a real hard engage. I've got Ghost Wave, so. Swain's mid, Lee Sin's dead, Ahri is dead, which leaves the ADC up. She was bot. Darius. Darius playing this really safely. Not gonna just run in on you just because you're taunting me. That's kind of one of the weird ones where, like, because of the way his W works, you'll miss some CS if you need to hold your W up. Dragon's not up, so it's reasonable to think that at least he'll be patching off the top here. Just clear off the top, which will put him up in the area. So, this range back up here. Okay, so he chose not to freeze, which is fine. If he freezes here, I go for a bigger roam because he doesn't freeze. I just kind of take a small Zanya's fucking stopwatch. Fucking dismount pulled me out of my Q range. So terrible. Smashers, which is gross. Smashers Rage Blade. It's really brain dead. Alright, well, we lost a bunch off of that. I should just stay top lane. That ult down was doomed. When I ulted, I should have known they were going to back off and ulted a little bit behind them. I just ulted straight on them, so they just left. And then I got stuck with nothing. Fucking stupid stopwatch item. Guns on them. Dragon Rift both coming up. They brawl for Dragon. I'm just gonna go through Rift. Or bot, it's a secondary, so I'm going to grab this. I'm coming from the base right here. Now we can go plays. Basically, the next play on the map is going to be Rift Herald. We already have a pink ward on Rift Herald, so we can get some vision around it. Does dance from here, most likely. Fed ass Fed Vayne. Go anti-heal because they have, yeah, I actually should go anti-heal. They have Swim. Super Fed they send. We have enough for our executioners now, so backing not good. We'll do that. Take the spot out really quick to open the map up a little bit. And set. Played with or around the Nico is just a chance we can just take fights. I like to farm until I get my Darius on bot side. We know Lee Sin's most likely taking Dragon, which leaves Vayne on the map. If Vayne comes, I can kill Vayne one. Lee Sin's on Dragon, Darius and Vayne are both bot, which means that top side is anything that can this turret. Got Vayne caught out here. She's down. So that does one of two things. Open up Baron and a very favorable fight here. If it's the team that I would like to fight. Dives for it. would be good for the Shan and the Pike. I could go 4-0-1 that man, but we're winning team fights, so in my opinion, just keep taking team fights. Rather than just getting caught in a split pick. If we go 5 out, we go Baron, we lose, so. If we go 5 bot, they go 5 bot. Stop us. Ari and Vayne are going to be here. Goes going to bot lane to push. So it's us versus Ari. Ari's down. Something else I can accomplishing literally nothing. Okay. We did get Nexus turret. I'm guessing minions just took it. So this will grab my cleaver. And then from here, I think the only thing I really have left to get would be either Death's Dance or Gargoyle. We don't have a lot of bonus health. 300, 350. Okay, we have almost 1,000, I guess, so Gargoyle's fine. Gargoyle's really bad if you don't have any bonus health. Oh, I could have hacked skated. Darius is up and got my ulti. It's a decent shot, I can end this. It's better not to do this. If the Darius 1v1 is going to lose. It's coming. Yeah, they're coming. I feel good that I can end this. I got a little too close during that. First game of the day is kind of prone to being not good. So my personal thoughts from that game. I'm playing pretty safely during periods where I could be a little more aggressive, but my reasoning is that until I see the Lee Sin somewhere on the map, like those are all situations that I'm being safe in, where I feel like if Lee Sin shows up, I just lose. And then, you know, if I take that, so as an example at level 5, where I was pulling the wave, I knew he was going to hit level 6. If he hits level 6 at a different time than I expect him to, and he kills me, I lose a double wave. So I just have to play that safely, in my opinion. I took a big rotation to mid that I kind of whiffed. I whiffed the ulti a little bit. Darius got most of my tower out of it. That was a pretty negative play. So intentionality with roams, making sure looking for good opportunities. I think it was a good opportunity. I just think I needed to close it really fast. I never ever check if the enemy has stopwatch, and I should check that because before I even roam, if he has stopwatch, it's going to be a headache to try to get him to die. Um, it's a level 6 Swain, he has stopwatch, it's really problematic, so maybe something I can improve there. Uh, and then obviously, it's good since it probably shouldn't be dropping FF for the line. Decent damage. 15,000 to turrets. 15,000 gold, which is only a little bit under our mid laner, only a little bit under their 80 or their ADC, so pretty comparable gold for the entire match, which is good. 5,000 gold split on Darius, 7 and 1 on towers and imps. Alright, so that's VOD 1.